Canandaigua loves to strike quick. Oh, it's an onside kick. Spencerport starting with some trickeration, and ball fielded nicely by the up guy. I believe that was fielded by, was that 55, my dude, Greg? Do you know? I think it was 55, Braden Whitcomb. But anyway, what that does, unfortunately for Spencerport, that's one of those live by the sword, die by the sword kind of things, because if they got the ball, they'd have great field position at the Canandaigua 45. But as it is, Canandaigua recovered the ball well, and they get good field position at their own 45-yard line. Right? Or no, Spencerport recovered it. I thought Canandaigua did. Spencerport recovers it, and they're going to start off 1st and 10 from the Canandaigua 45, and here's the carry right up the middle. That's good for a 7-yard run. Wow. All right, my bad, folks. I misled you. My bad. That's a big strike one. I could have sworn Canandaigua came up with that, but anyway, Gavette on the stop. Anthony Rodriguez, 5'10", 165 sophomore, starting at the QB. Every single Spencerport Ranger in the box in that double wing tee. Now here is the handoff going the other way. This time it's going to be Brenton Sheffield, 5'11", 185 junior. And he is going to pick up the first down. So 2 plays in, Spencerport going to move the chain. Canandaigua, as Coach Johnson alluded to last week, and as I said here in the pregame show, you got to cue on that front line. Your guards are going to tell you where the ball is going. You got to follow them. I'll tell you what, Canandaigua, they got off to a slow start at Spencerport against this double wing tee last season, but I think they'll figure it out. This is a very stout Canandaigua defense. And handoff going the other way, still moving the legs, runs into a tribe of Canandaigua Indians. Duh. That's Red Jacket Spazman. Strike 2, and we're only 10:35 left to play. Wow. Spazman, get it together. That run is going to get it down inside the 30 at the 29 to bring up 2nd and 5 for Spencerport. And they take their time. The longer they take, the less time Canandaigua has the ball. They have plenty of time on the game clock, or on the play clock, which is at 15. Handoff straight up the gut. Canandaigua saw that, but still pumping, still going. Del Forte, or I should say, on the right-hand side, Tyler DeRue, 6'4", 211 sophomore. Marcelo on the carry, the senior. It'll bring up 3rd and 2, and I'll tell you what, Canandaigua psychologically, if they get a big stop here, I think Spencerport will go for it, though. 26-yard line, so a 3-yard gain. It's going to make it 3rd and 2 with 9:30 left to play here in the first. And I believe the second effort is going to get the first down for Spencerport. So the second effort will get the first down. Canandaigua met him before the line of scrimmage. And that line just keeps on pushing. That line has no quit, no give. Man, I wish I had a spotter. Anybody out there listening wants to come up here and help me spot who's running the ball. I'm telling you, I would love that. But until that time, I'm pulling out the binoculars. Got to see what's going on inside. Run on the counter, number 14, over to the left-hand side. Great job there by Eric Platten and his crew on that run by Sheffield. I believe no gain on that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the Canandaigua 23. Canandaigua, I do believe that is, if not the first, only maybe the second play where Spencerport was unable to get any yardage. And that does not bode well for Spencerport if Canandaigua is able to figure out the front line in this configuration. Once again to Sheffield. Oh, nope, misdirection. I got caught on that one, and Canandaigua didn't. Nice job by the Canandaigua defense on that carry by number 22, Cameron Mesh. Mesh, 5'10", 185 junior. Hey! everybody knows the name Cameron Mesh. That's good for 3 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and a long 7 now for Spencerport from the Canandaigua 20. Both teams with 3 timeouts. 3rd and 7 now for Canandaigua. This is a very, very pivotal down for both teams here, because psychologically Canandaigua needs this. All right, so the direct snap to 22, and he finds room to run over on the left-hand side. He's met there by Brian Boldrin, and depending upon the side, he's going to come up well short. Well short, number 22, Mesh, following the blocking of Anthony Rodriguez. And that is going to bring up 4th and 7. 4th and 7 from the 19 with 7:05 left to play here in the first. 4 12-minute quarters. Oh, they're going for the field goal attempt here. Field goal attempt. I don't know. What do we got? 20, 19.
35 yards.
Yeah, I was going to say 35, and it's down. The kick is up, and it's good. It's good. It looked a little wide right to me, but I'm all the way up here. So with 6:47 left to go, Spencerport draws first blood and takes a 3-0 lead over Canandaigua. You're listening to Canandaigua Braves football here on Chosen Spot Radio. Something that Canandaigua has seen this season. And another squib kick along the ground, and this time taken by the up man, Tysheed Crockton. So Canandaigua will have good field position here. Now we've seen Canandaigua, they love to strike. They love to go to the big play. They like to go quick. But you have to wonder if Canandaigua is also going to adopt a mentality where they want to, keep the ball away from Spencerport as much as they possibly can. 1st and 10 for the Braves from their own 43-yard line. Canandaigua, for the first time this season, trailing, giving up first blood. But these two teams are very evenly matched on paper. Here's Boldrin. 3-step drop, swing pass over to the right-hand side. Got room to run. Believe that's Jackson Grant. And he's going to get all the way down to the Spencerport 33. Jackson Grant with a big 10, 20, 25-yard pass play. For what? They start off 43, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep. So with 6:25 left to go, Canandaigua trip receivers here on the left-hand side. They're going to try to strike quick, and the hard count is going to, I believe, bring the flag, and it's going to be, we're going to have encroachment against Spencerport. So Spencerport shooting themselves in the foot here defensively. Greg, you can't give this Canandaigua team free yards. You've got to make this Canandaigua offense earn everything. You cannot afford to give them free yards. 1st and 5 now from the Spencerport 28. How many points are we going to rack up here? Swing pass to Crockton on the near side, and he's going to make it down inside the red zone before being brought down by Sheffield. Sheffield, the junior for Spencerport.
Pass complete to number 2.
Gets it down to the 20-yard line for Canandaigua, just at the edge of the red zone. Huge shout out to the sound, to the crowd, to all the supervisors, the cheerleaders. Here we go, 1st and 10. Boldrin rolls to the right. Good blocking. Goes downfield. Has Jackson Grant inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. About the 7.5. So that'll be another first down. 1st and goal for Canandaigua. What, 4 plays? What are we on, 4 plays? I wish I had a spotter that could keep track of how many plays and things. But yeah. So now Canandaigua threatening. I'm gonna use up all these lines here tonight, bro, if things keep going on this way. Want to welcome a new sponsor. We'll talk about them at some point in time. 5:42 left to play. 1st and goal from the 7. Here is Boldrin with the handoff to Ryan Gavette. Looks like he might have picked up a couple yards, maybe. Let's see where the spot is. Depends upon where the spot is. The clock continues to run. All right, so it looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and 7, no gain. Up 2nd and 8, actually a yard loss even. Well, here is Boldrin. Hands off to Gavette again and met right at the line of scrimmage. That ain't working, fellas. That is not working. Number 32 on the stop, Joseph Marcelo. He is, he's been a defensive player of the week. You're not going to get away with running right at that guy. That's just not going to happen. 3rd and 10, another loss now, 2 yards. So Canandaigua going back to the air. 5 receivers, 3 on the near side. Here comes everybody, and Boldrin is going to try to take off up the middle. Boy, I'll tell you, Canandaigua. I think what I just saw there was a case of not sticking with what got you where you were. I always say stick with. I'm not a championship coach. I'm just saying stick with what got you to where you are. 4:22 left to play. 4th and 12. Now Canandaigua, they do have a good kicking game, and we're going to see it. We're going to see Eric Platten with the attempt. 12, 15. Greg, help me out. How many yards am I adding to that?
On the 20, so it's a 30-yarder.
30-yarder. 30-yard field attempt for Platten. Here is the hold. It's down. The kick is up. It's got a mile to go. And I told Bobby Chavez that the special teams are going to win this game. I told Chavez I think special teams will win this game. And we've just seen 2 field goals. That was a 30-yarder. 30-yard field goal. Field goals of 35 and 30. And Canandaigua is on the board. This will be what JR would call a slobber knocker. 3-3 with 3:51 left to play. Platten kicks away. It's going to land at the 5 and roll in to the end zone. It goes right by Cameron Mesh. So Spencerport will set up 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Hey, this is Todd Allen with Eagle Insurance. You're listening to Trojan Spot Radio.
All right, here we go. 3:51 left to play. Spencerport from their own 20. Canandaigua put a great drive together. It stalled once they got down inside the 10. They ended up kicking that 30-yard field goal by Eric Platten. 1st and 10 for Spencerport from the 20. Once again, everybody inside the double wing T. Handoff coming this way. No gain. No gain. In fact, that'll be thrown for a loss. Del 40 in there, trying to still see who on the carry. All right, so on the carry, it was Cameron Mesh. So Mesh on the carry, going to lose a yard, the Rangers, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line with 3:25 left to play. Gavette and everybody else just closing that interior down. Double wing T, everybody inside the box. You're going to hear it all night long. Rodriguez, number 14, going the other way. Following some blocking, does have a little bit of room to run. And number 14, I believe, is Sheffield, and it is 5'11", 185 junior. So that's the kind of runner you want to use inside the heart of this double wing T. You want somebody who's small and can't be seen, is hard to find. But he picked up a whole lot of yards on that one. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. So a 9-yard gain. 2:35 left to play, 3-3. What a great game here, brought to you by Anytime Pest Control. Sheffield again. He's got first down yardage. He's got room to run over on the left-hand side. He's going to make it up to about the 42, 43-yard line. Elliott Morgan, Brian Boldrin in on the stop. So Sheffield, with a nice chunk of change on that run, is going to move the chains, and it's going to set them up 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line with 2:20 left to play. And the following is a paid advertisement, not an endorsement. We want to welcome Jared Simpson, for Town of Canandaigua Supervisor, to the list of sponsors here on Chosen Spot Radio for Canandaigua Braves football. Handoff right up the middle. And that will, not a few yards, it looks like. Okay, so on the carry is number 32, Marcelo. Marcelo, the senior, on the carry, is going to get it up to the 45-yard line. So a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the 45 with a .35 left to play. DeRue in on the tackle, leading the charge for the Braves. Like I say, senior night here at Braves Field. Lined up directly in front of me. I'm right about the 45-yard line. Thanks, Simi, for bringing up my equipment, by the way. Rodriguez on the keeper. He's going to bust past midfield. He is in Canandaigua territory. Got tripped up by the Braves at the line. I believe tripping him up was number 72, Jack Lammers. 6 foot 183 junior. 1 minute left to play. Final minute. What a great first quarter. Boy, I'll tell you that. We're used to the first quarter taking, what, half an hour?
One of the things, do you notice when they run on the sideline, those Spencerport kids, they don't run out of bounds.
Yeah, they bring it back in to keep that. Yep, they keep it going. Greg made a good point there that the Spencerport runners don't go out of bounds. They bring it back in. Is that Rodriguez on the keeper again? Nope, that was number 22, who is Cameron Mesh. And as I said, we know the dude can wheel. He's going to pick up the first down. You know what, Greg? This might come down to last possession. I'm telling you, this might even come down to last possession because both teams are strong and stout, and they both know how to score. With 15 seconds left to play here in the first quarter, time is going to expire on absolutely the quickest first quarter that we have seen thus far this season. And wow, Canandaigua was in a battle, but going in, they knew that. They knew it was going to be a scrap. 3-3 at the end of 1. You're listening to Canandaigua Braves football here on Chosen Spot Radio. But anyway, the defense will figure that out. Here we go. We switch ends. Now Spencerport going from right to left, and they just keep digging. They just keep digging. And let's see. It's so hard to find the ball. It's spotted at the 35. It's spotted at the 35, and I'll tell you, two things are going to win this game, Greg, the trenches and special teams. I think special teams are going to come in heavily here. I really do. But 11:30, we've only seen, couple kickoffs. Whew. This is going to be a great game, folks, and if you're not watching or listening, you're crazy because this is a good one. Spencerport, 2nd and 5 from the 35. Going off to the left-hand side, and fumble. There we go, right there. The ball is out, and Canandaigua is going to pick up the ball. Good call, Greg. Good call, my brother. Canandaigua forces the fumble. Did we see who picked it up? Did we see who picked up the? Yeah, we're watching over there to see who was it. Galacey gets the fumble, and Canandaigua is going to set up shop, 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. So let's see if Canandaigua can take advantage, capitalize on that mistake by Spencerport. 11:13 left to play here in the first half, and I'm telling you, no more than 2 plays, 1 or 2 plays after Greg mentioned it, we talked about it, it happened. Now let's see if Canandaigua can capitalize. Boldrin in the gun, off to his left, Brady Camella. Trip receivers on the far side. Boldrin fakes the swing, and he's going to run. He is mobile, he can run. He can run. No doubt about that. I believe I'm going to give credit to Marcelo for the stop on that one, the reigning defending defensive player of the week in Section 5 Class A2. I'm telling you, man, this feels like a sectionals game, doesn't it? It has the atmosphere and the air. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 from the 32 for Canandaigua. Brady Camella trying to get the run going, and that line's got to hold up on those blocks just a little bit better so it's for Canandaigua to establish the run game. Somebody comes up hobbling, and let's see if he's going to stay in there. Nice job. Way to be tough. Way to be tough. I believe that's Bement. Bement on the right-hand side. 10-15 now, 3rd and 6 from the 33. Might have picked up a yard. Boldrin rolls right, looking downfield. He's got a tuck and run. He's going to take off. He gets first down yardage. He gets inside Spencerport territory and is brought down by number 23, Travis Brown, a 6', 200 senior, but not before not only picking up the first down, but breaking into Spencerport territory. 1st and 10 for Canandaigua from the Spencerport 49. Great coverage. The play was designed. The hot route was over here, I believe, for either Grant or Platten. Good coverage there by Spencerport. Brian Boldrin recognized it, tuck and ran, picked up the first down and got into Spencerport territory. Boldrin going swinging over to the far side to Elliott Morgan, and Morgan is going to pick up the first down and get down to the Spencerport 37-yard line. Canandaigua moving the ball well, being very patient. Brian Boldrin, the field general, doing a great job of letting the play develop. That's one thing Canandaigua needs to do. Be patient on offense, but they love to attack and strike quick. So that's a difficult task for this Canandaigua offense. Brian Boldrin leading the way for Canandaigua thus far with 9:20 left to play in the first half. 1st and 10, Canandaigua from the Spencerport 37. Boldrin, 5-step drop. Gets it over to Grant. He's got room to go up the middle. He could go all the way. He's going to be brought down inside the 5-yard line. Nice job by the Spencerport defense, but I'll tell you what, Jackson Grant, when he got that ball, he secured that bad boy. He turned. He's got great first step speed, and he showed it right there. He took off and got the ball down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Canandaigua from the 4 with 9 left to play. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Brady Camella up the A-gap right here. We do. We see Camella off the left-hand side, but read nicely by Spencerport. That was good defense there by Spencerport. And we're going to see a stoppage in play here. Canandaigua calls a timeout with 8:45 left to play in the first. 8:45 left to play. 2nd and goal. Camella off the left-hand side, and they're cueing right on Brady Camella, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous because when you get wrapped up, that's more hands. That's more arms and fists punching that ball, trying to get that ball out. So with 8:25 left to play, Canandaigua, look at that threes. 3-3, 3rd down with 3 yards to go with the ball on the 3. That's crazy. 3-3-3. Straight threes, baby. Here we go. And the trickeration in the pass to Gavetta is good, and Canandaigua's going to draw first blood. Jackson Grant, we saw it last week, and we just saw it this time. 3-yard option by Grant, and I believe that was Gavette. Was that Gavette? Was that Gavette, Greg? What's that? I thought it was Jackson Grant throwing the ball. I'm pretty sure it was, I'm not sure. I lost who it was. I know it was Grant that made the pass. But it's a 3-yard touchdown. I think it was Gavette. Here's the PAT. We'll check it out. With 8:07 left to play, Canandaigua jumps out to a 10-3 lead. Canandaigua drives 61 yards, caps it off with a 3-yard touchdown pass. Here is the kickoff. It's going to be fielded right at the 16-yard line, and it's going to be down by Cameron Mesh. Mesh had to go down to get it, and unfortunately went for Spencerport. When he did, his knee touched, and Spencerport is going to have not the most optimal starting position at their own 18-yard line. So Spencerport minus 18. Now again, that's just housekeeping. That's just housekeeping. I have a little drive sheet. So in each square, I put where the team starts, so then I can tell you how far their drive was. All right, and if they start in their own territory, it's going to be a minus number. If they start in the other team's territory, it's going to be a plus number. So again, coming at you live. Greg, did we check to make sure I'm coming through? I'm all good. Thank you, brother. Here we go. 1st and 10. And right up the middle, I believe I'm going to go with that being Cameron Mesh. I'm going to go with that being Mesh, and it was. Oh, nope, it's 32. Marcelo, what's that, bro? Thank you. You the man. You the man. Greg, you the man. I love it. So one thing Spencerport does is they do the deal where the quarterback goes over and gets a play and runs it in. And you know where I stand on that. I'm not a fan of that, especially in a game like this where attrition may come into play. But it is what it is, man. And again, everybody inside the box, no, they're not even hiding it. They're not even, faking pass. And I believe that carry is going to be good for a first down depending upon the spot, and it is. 1st and 10 for the Spencerport Rangers. All right, so it was Marcelo on the carry and Gavette on the stop. So it was 7:15, now 7:10 left to play in the first half. Canandaigua up 10-3, able to take advantage of the fumble by Spencerport, trying to dig for those extra added yards, and that's when you enter dangerous territory. But here we go. Let's pull it out. Rodriguez under center. Sheffield in motion. Sheffield with the carry. Met hard by Eric Platten on the right-hand side and cleaned up by Brian Boldrin. Yeah, looks like it's going to bring yards, so it'll bring up 2nd and 9 now for Spencerport from their own 31-yard line. It's a long 9. It's almost a 10. You could put 10. They do have 10 on. Oh, now they go to 9. So 2nd and 9 from the 31 with 6:20 left to play here in a fantastic first half. This is a great game, folks. It's a great game. Hopefully you're watching on the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel, or if you can't do that, you're listening live here on Chosen Spot Radio. Handoff, mesh, right-hand side. Met at the line of scrimmage, but how does that dude just keep going? I mean, he was met. He was met at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to pick up the first down. He's going to get up to the Canandaigua 42-yard line, and that's 1st and 10. And it's not like he had blocking out in front of him, dude. He was just gone. He's just using leg strength and attitude to get up to the 42-yard line and pick up the first down with 5:45 left to play here in the first half. Remember, we've got the Canandaigua boys basketball program head coach Jim Davern joining us here at halftime. 5:35. You can hear the Canandaigua faithful right up the middle. You tell me who has it. You tell me who's got it, man. Let's see who's the Brady Camella, last one to get up off the pile, so we'll give him the tackle lead. I'm not sure. All right, so it was Sheffield on the carry, or Mesh, I should say. But I'll tell you what, that is the purpose of the double wing tee, as we see Bobby Chavez walking around, doing his thing for the Daily Messenger, Messenger Post News, and the Democrat and Chronicle. All right, they now owe me $20. Here's a direct snap to Mesh. Met at the line of scrimmage, and I can see, I'm not sure who it was, Greg, but I saw one of the linemen punching at that ball, and anybody would think, hey, he's hitting that guy. No, he's trying to punch the ball out of his hands. He's trying to, as we say, dislodge the football. I didn't call it basketball, did I? I might have called it basketball if I did. Sorry, 3rd and 2 with the ball right at midfield now. Big down here for both teams with 4:10 left to play. Canandaigua leading 10-3. Battle of the unbeaten. Someone's always got to go. Rodriguez turns. He's going to pick up the first down. It's just crazy. I can't understand. Man, I can't keep a good eye on particular positions. It's just amazing to me how these holes open up and how this play develops. It's crazy. But anyway, in Canandaigua territory at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for Spencerport with 3:50. Clock continuing to run. Very festive atmosphere. I'm telling you, it almost feels like a sectionals game. And I got to give that center for Spencerport a lot of credit because he's taking a beating. Rodriguez with the keeper, brought down from behind by Gavette. Ryan Gavette brings him down from behind. What he does is he turns and looks like he's going to hand the ball off, and then he takes off and runs. Well, he's going to get a yard on that carry. He does get a yard. 3:10 left to play here in the first half. Once I take a quick break, we're going to have Jim Davern on with us here at halftime. So I'll play a couple tunes for you. 2nd and 8 now. Mesh going the opposite way on the counter. Platten's going to bring him down. He's going to get help from Tasheed Crockton. Camella was also in the neighborhood.
Number 22, Cameron Mesh gets the ball.
So Mesh with the carry. Clock continues to run. 2:35 left to play here in the first half. The sound starts to make their way over to their spot, the chosen spot, in fact. 3rd and 3 from the Canandaigua 36-yard line. Marcelo in. Direct snap to Mesh. Man at the line of scrimmage, but second effort is going to carry him to the first down.
22, Cameron Mesh gets the handoff.
Let me see. Spencerport has all 3 of their timeouts. So with 2:08 left to play, 1st and 10 for Spencerport. Winding the clock from the Canandaigua 32.
32-yard line.
1st and 10 for Spencerport from the 32. Clock continuing to run. 1:55. Coach Dowd and Spencerport with both timeouts.
Number 30, number 32.
Hand off to Marcelo right up the middle. Something, my tape fell off of my backpack, hit my foot, and I'm like, what? That's a big mouse. 1:30 now left to play. It's going to bring up 2nd, and I'm calling it 7. Again, up the middle. Canandaigua pushes back. I'm not sure how much forward progress they were able to acquire there. It's going to bring up 3rd and what looks like 4 to me. We'll bring up 3rd and 4 from the 26-yard line with a 1 minute, final minute left to play. Coach Dowd not using any of those timeouts. Coming back this way. Sheffield on the carry, and it looks like they're going to use one here. They're going to burn one with 51.8 left to play, and that'll bring up a first down. 1st and 10 for Spencerport, moving the ball well here on this drive. Right up the middle. Nothing fancy.
The 2019 game. You remember when Spencerport drove all the way down at half?
Yeah, yes. Yep, yeah, I do remember 29-10. Yes, ate up all that clock to get down there, and Canandaigua made that stop, and that gave the Braves momentum, and they came out in the second half and acted as if they had everything figured out. It absolutely was. So let's see. It's a good point. That's a good point, Greg. It is. It is a good point. When we were talking about the last time they played and Canandaigua beat them in the sectionals at Spencerport with that 29-10 victory, Spencerport ate up all that time coming down the field, and then Canandaigua with a huge stop right there on the 1-yard line, and that did absolutely. It changed the momentum. It changed the psychology. It changed the landscape of that game. That's a good point, Greg. Thanks for bringing that up. 10-3. Canandaigua leads, 51.8 left to play. 1st and 10 from the Canandaigua 21. Here we go. Let's do it. Canandaigua able to take advantage of the fumble. Mesh on the keeper going the other way. Pushed out of bounds. Boy, that was slow to develop. It took me a second to figure out where that ball was on that one. I didn't help myself looking in the binoculars on that one. But that is going to bring up 2nd and 1, so a 9-yard carry. 45 left to play. So that contact over on the other side put Mesh out of bounds, which allows the Rangers to stop the clock and take their time here and settle in. Play clock down to 8 seconds, though. Game clock at 45.5. Low snap. Rodriguez picks it up. He's going to go with the quick pass to Sheffield, and Sheffield is going to get in. Sheffield gets in. 12-yard touchdown. That was a nice play. Nice little screen pass over here on the side. Oh, man, how many yards was that? 12? Was that 12 yards? Yeah, ball was on the 12, right? So Spencerport, 12-yard pass to Sheffield, caps off an 82-yard touchdown drive. So doesn't work out the same way as the last one, but Canandaigua, with plenty of time here, they'll have 30 seconds. They'll have more than 30 seconds. They'll have about 30 by the time the kickoff is done. Here's the left-footed PAT, and it's good. And we're knotted up at 10, baby, with 38.9 left to play. 10-10. Canandaigua will have one more opportunity to try and do a quick score. 38.9 left to play, 10-10. And it's going to be a line drive, and it is fielded right at the 44-yard line by Tysheed Crockton. So Canandaigua with 38.9. And it'll be interesting to see if they go for the quick strike or if they just go with letting time expire. Either way, they're going to set up shop at their own 44-yard line. 1st and 10, Canandaigua. 10-10. Wow. Whew. Spencerport, just the second team this season able to score on Canandaigua in the first half, and they did it drawing first blood. With just, at 6:47 left to play. And they actually got it off a 35-yard field goal. Then Canandaigua answered with a 30-yard field goal of their own. And that was the only scoring in the first quarter. Here in the second, 3-yard pass from Grant to, I believe, Gavette, could have been Boldrin. And then Spencerport answered with a 12-yard pass after an 82-yard drive. What a great game. I'll tell you what, Greg, though, this is the kind of game, Canandaigua needs this game. Canandaigua needed this game. They needed to be tested, and they are absolutely getting tested. Big shout out to my dude. Dude is number 75. This is the first time I've got to pull the thing out. 75, Jason Mickley, a 6'3", 315 center. He is doing his thing. Here's Canandaigua. Boldrin rolls right, goes downfield. He's going to hit Jackson Grant. First down in Spencerport territory, and it stops the clock with 34.4. So great play there. Boldrin extended the pocket to the right-hand side, let it go, had Grant downfield. Here we go, real quick. Set up, run that play. Boldrin now rolling to his left. Goes downfield, has Elliott Morgan, and Morgan is going to get down to the 28-yard line and go out of bounds. Great field and clock management here by the Braves. 29.2 left to play. 1st and 10 for Canandaigua from the Spencerport 29. And they are moving quick. They're not giving this Spencerport an opportunity to set up. Here goes Boldrin, downfield, same thing, now on the near side. Once again to Jackson Grant. It's another first down for Canandaigua. 3 plays, 3 first downs, 3 out-of-bound plays, and only taking 15 seconds off the clock. 24 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 17 for Canandaigua. 10-10 with 24 left to play. Now rolling back the other way. Looking downfield. Not a lot going on. Throws behind him and tries to hit somebody over on the far side, and they're going to say he brought it in. What a catch on the far side. What? Interception going the other way. Darn it. Sorry. It looked like that ref signaled it was a catch. So interception, turnover. Brian Boldrin's first interception of the season. His first of the season. It comes at 17.5. Now let's see what Spencerport can do. I think Brian kind of forced that pass. There was good coverage over on the far side. Yeah. Yep. Definitely should have tucked and ran. Would have eaten a little bit more time off the clock. I think he was worried about eating time off the clock. He did have plenty of room to run, though. Did have room to run. But, hey, it is what it is. First interception of the season. 17.5. We've got a little activity on the line. That's going to bring a flag with 16.9 left to play, and it's going to be encroachment against Canandaigua. So that'll make it 1st and 5 for Spencerport from the 8-yard line. Although Canandaigua was unable to knock it down, they showed what they can do. Here's the great thing for me and for everybody who loves watching the game. Canandaigua starters are going to come out and play in the second half, man. We're not going to see 2s and 3s in right now. We're going to see which team has, wants it more. Run off the right-hand side, and nice first down yardage. Spencerport, with just one timeout left, uses it right there. So no more timeouts. 11.4 left to play. Knotted up at 10. And this is, again, not something that Canandaigua has been used to, but they knew darn well that this was what they were going to face coming into this game. Absolutely the two top teams, in my estimation, here in Class A2. And definitely two of the better teams in all of Section 5. Someone's O has got to go. That bagel is going to go off the record for somebody. 10-10, 11.4 left to play. Jimmy Davern, former owner of Apple Blossom Self Storage, now officially the head coach of Canandaigua Braves boys basketball. Final play of the game. Scamper over the right-hand side, and that'll do it. So, as the first half comes to a close, Canandaigua 10, Spencerport 10.
Can't hear you. Okay, this next piece is our last one. We're going to be hearing from Ben on the keys and Jesse on the alto saxophone. You ready?
Set up at the 40, fresh 12, ready to go, baby. Second half, let's test the character of both these teams. Fielded at the 5-yard line. Run back up along the right hash mark, back up to about the 28. So not a bad run back there for, I believe that's going to be Marcelo. Yep, the senior. Joseph Marcelo. I believe it's Marcelo, could be Marcello. I'm going with Marcelo because I think I remember Coach Dowd telling me that it was Marcelo. John Dowd, the head coach here. Jeff Welch, the head coach for Canandaigua. 1st and 10 for Spencerport from their own 29-yard line. So not a bad run back, about 14, 15 yards. And that will set up Spencerport along the right side hash marks. Mesh with the run along the right-hand side. Brady Camella on the tackle. That's how you wrap and tackle and take down number 22 on number 22. That's pretty cool. So 11:40 left to play now here. Ball set at the 34-yard line of Spencerport. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 from the 34. How many of you remember me telling you that story about going to DNA Ancestry and finding out that I have a sister in Fulton? Well, I met her today, and I just wanted to give her a shout out. If she's listening, Tammy Lynn and her husband Devin, it was my pleasure to meet you. Love spending time with you. And let's take this, let's just keep this thing rolling to where we get comfortable enough calling each other brother and sister full time. Coming back the other way with Mesh, Cameron Mesh, the 5'10", 185 senior. And these 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" running backs fit very well into this offensive scheme with this double wing T, because it's all bodies. It's all bodies in like a 10 square yard area, if that big. And it's just, it's insane, man. So the defense is just so. Canandaigua, let's be honest, needs a big stop here, bro. 3rd and 2 from the 37. I'm looking for the Rodriguez keeper. Nope, it's coming the other way with Sheffield. Met near the line of scrimmage by Platten and Elliott Morgan. And let's see where the spot is. It's all about the spot, and it is going to be a first down for the Rangers. 1st and 10. Spencerport with the ball at the Spencerport 40-yard line. 10 minutes. 10 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Spencerport taking their time, eating as much time as they possibly can, and I am a firm proponent of that because that keeps the ball out of the opposing team's hands. Once again, everybody in the box. You'll hear it over and over. Rodriguez with the keeper off the direct snap. He's going to pick up a couple yards on the right-hand side, a handful. Looks like he's going to get 5. So it'll bring up 2nd and 5 with the ball spotted at the Spencerport 44-yard line. 2nd and, we'll call it 6. We'll call it 6 with the ball at the 44. So Canandaigua, just the offenses, the philosophy are so different. Spencerport takes their time, almost cocky in their presentation, walking out saying, we know we got this. Canandaigua, they bring the no huddle and they bring it quick. Run right up the middle, no gain. No gain, runs into a tribe of Canandaigua Braves. It looks like that was number 32. That's Marcelo on the carry. They have plenty of different ways to hurt you on that double wing T. Mesh, Marcelo, Sheffield, Rodriguez. Okay, they can all bring the run, but that time, no gain. 3rd and 6 from the 44-yard line. Huge play here in my estimation. Rodriguez. Fumble on the ground. I believe Rodriguez is going to pick it up, though. Good display of sportsmanship. Bement. Sam Bement smoked number 32 Marcelo and then helped him back up, gave him a little hit on the helmet there. I'll tell you what, Greg, huge defensive stand by Canandaigua to squall the momentum of Spencerport. Now, let's see what they do here. They've got Rodriguez back to punt. I'll believe it when I see it. Dowd has already brought the trickeration a couple different times with onside kicks. And here it is, and it is. It's a line drive. It's going to be fielded over on the near side by Elliott Morgan. He takes off on the right-hand side. He's got room to run. Oh, he's got one to beat, and it's Rodriguez, and he beats him. He's going to take off on the right-hand side, room to run. Oh, and he's finally going to be brought down by Marcelo. Who said special teams? Yeah, baby, special teams. How dare you punt or kick to Canandaigua. Woo! 7:19 left to play. What was that? I'm going to call it around the 30, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, over a 60-yard, what's that?
Down to the 5, yeah.
Over a 60-yard punt return. It sets up 1st and 6 for Canandaigua. I should say 1st and goal for Canandaigua. Handoff, left-hand side.
Number 22.
That was Brady Camella on the carry. Looks like he's going to get down to about the 3-yard line. The 2, 2nd and goal for Canandaigua, who started off where at their own 6. Camella one more time, left-hand side, nothing doing. That's not going to work. I'll tell you what, Greg, Canandaigua has to score here. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you say. There's no moral victories here. They've got to get in. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Holdren keeper. Holdren keeper. All right. Man, 6:30 left to play. What a great run back there by Morgan. Just found some room to run coming back this way. Here it is. Boldrin on the keeper. Who called it? Who called it, bro? Brian Boldrin on the keeper is going to scamper for 2 yards, and Canandaigua is going to retake the lead with 6:21 left to play. All right, here is the PAT. It's down, it's up, and it's good. So with 6:21 left to play, Canandaigua is going to make the score 17-10. On the ground, Canandaigua 17-10 with 6:21 left to play. That was a character right there. That was a great run back. Fielded by Mesh right around the 15-yard line. He's going to get back to, let's see where the spot is going to be. It's not a bad spot. It looks like it's going to be at the Spencerport 28-yard line. So Spencerport will set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trailing 17-10. Galassi on the stop. Dom Galassi. Tell you what, man, they made Ray's, right? Ray's, we have this discussion every time. Ray's is in Shortsville.
Ray's is in Canandaigua.
Ray's is in Canandaigua. Roy's is in Shortsville. And they made me a meat lover's omelet, and I loved it. So right up the middle. Again, here's the problem for Spencerport. Canandaigua starting to play with a little bit of swagger now. Momentum is wearing cherry and gray, and that does not bode well for the Spencerport Rangers. Now 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. I think, like I said, that's an added, what are you looking at? You're looking at an added 30, 40 yards there, right? At least 30 yards for Rodriguez, the quarterback, to go get the play. He's got to run to the sideline and then run back. 5:35, right up the middle. Couple yards. Let's see who was in on the carry. Boy, what a mess. Looks like Mesh, number 22.
Number 22.
All right, we're going to give the stop to Brady Camella. Once again, thank you very much for joining us, fans. Brought to you by Anytime Pest Control. I want to thank all of our sponsors. I know this has been such a good game. I haven't been giving them enough love. Eagle Insurance. Give them a call, man, because it's time to figure out what your plan is up till, I think, December 15th. Handoff on the counter, going back the other way. Great defensive play. That'll bring up 4th down. I saw Morgan in on the stop. I think the Rue was in there. Everybody was in on that one, 4th and 4. So it'll bring up 4th and 4, and they're going for it. Absolutely going for it. Watch the hard count. The Braves have to make sure they don't jump, and they do. I called that one. Dude, my prognosticatory abilities are dead nut tonight. I'm telling you, man, Gavette jumps on the left-hand side, not to throw the young man under the bus. And what are they walking it up? What do we got here? Yup, it is going to be encroachment against Canandaigua. I think they wanted false start over on that right-hand side of the offensive line. They're not going to get it. Move on. 1st down for Spencerport. And Spencerport with 4:30 left to play in the third, trailing 17-10. They have got to take everything that they can, whether it's given to them, whether they earned it, it doesn't matter. They're going to take everything that they can. Coming this way, ball on the ground. Here's a quick pass to Sheffield. He's going to come up short of Canandaigua territory, and I think he's going to come up short of the first down. They should bring up 2nd and 1. Pushed out of bounds, 2nd and, I should say, 2. Come on, Spaz, man, 2nd and 1. A very, very short one. They're going to measure. They are going to measure. 2, 3, 6, 4. 1st and 10. Spencerport going the opposite direction. Thrown, I don't know, that might have almost been a sack over there. But great pursuit. Jackson Grant leading the charge over on the far side. That's going to be a loss of a yard. So that'll bring up 2nd and 11 from the 48-yard line for Spencerport. Although I have not heard from East, I've been trying to get a hold of the East Eagles for 2 weeks now to make sure that we're going to be able to come up there and broadcast that game. I'll do it from outside the school if I have to. We will be there. Here is Sheffield with the keeper over on the far side. And I'll tell you, that's a strong dude. He went up against Crockton, and he was unable to bring him down. So he does pick up the first down. So just when Canandaigua pushes them back a yard or two, they come back and pick up the first down. A very resilient Spencerport Rangers team. And it all comes out of that double wing tee, man. Double wing tee. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's a pain in the butt. But Spencerport's very good at it. It definitely puts defenses up on their toes. 1st and 10 from the 39 now for the Spencerport Rangers. 3:28 left to play, and we've got flags. We've got flags in Canandaigua. They definitely want the false start. Let's see what the officials have to say, and it is. It is a false start against Spencerport. So just as they, gain a little bit of momentum, they shoot themselves in the foot and make it 1st and 15 from the 44. 1st and 15. Rodriguez once again running over to the sidelines. That's 10 yards from the hash, right? 10 yards from the hash to the side. From the hash to the side, I'm going with 10 yards. That's easy 20 yards that he's got to run extra every play. And he has to go down and pick that up. Mesh does on the direct snap. Oh, and he gets smoked. Brady Camella, number 22, on number 22. That is not a dude I want hitting me, Brady Camella. Greg Herbst, I miss you, bro, by the way. Greg Herbst said that Dom Camella has muscles on top of his muscles. Well, Brady Camella has muscles on top of his muscles on top of his muscles. He's about twice as wide and a little bit taller than his older brother. Originally signed on to play football at the U of R, but then went to RIT, is going to join Sammy B. And who else is playing at, somebody else is playing at RIT. Oh, what a nice defensive play. Nothing doing, no added yardage, even going to be a loss. Great pursuit by Canandaigua, Camella, Platten. Man, great job on the pursuit there by Canandaigua. Is going to bring up 3rd and 15 now from the 44. Huge play here for Canandaigua. If they can get this stop and force the Rangers to either go for it on 4th in this territory or do something, punt, that'll help psychologically. Mesh on the misdirection, broken play. Rodriguez forced to roll out, going back the other way, goes downfield, does have a man. He's going to keep digging, but he's going to come up short of the first down. Now, Canandaigua wants the fans. Well, Ryan Gavette got hit pretty hard right here at midfield. He got up pretty slow, but then he realized what happened. Yeah, definitely a hold. Definitely a hold. But you know what? As we say, things happen. And here's that Spencerport team. Now they got a 4th and 2 from the 31. 4th and 2, and they're going to pick up. Well, it depends on the spot. Yeah, they're going to pick up the first down. I think they'll pick up the first down. Let's see what the spot is. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight. The officials are looking at it. First down, Spencerport. Man, to go from having them back on their heels to now having a first down from the Canandaigua 28-yard line. Canandaigua's got to forget that. They've got to dig in. They've got to battle here. And you know what? We were talking earlier about the 2s and 3s. Probably won't get a chance to get in and see much time today. I guarantee you they don't mind. They just want to see this Canandaigua team win this game. Final minute here, 17-10, Canandaigua leading. Here's the run off the right-hand side along the hash marks. Everybody and their mother in on that. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. 22 kids in the box. 22 kids in on the play. 22 young men. Mrs. Spazman, if you're listening, hope you're having fun out there in Wolcott doing your sewing thing. Mess with the run on the right-hand side. We're back at it. We're down to 12 seconds. I'm not sure if he got out of bounds or they had to burn a timeout. He got out of bounds, or they move. I don't know, moving the chains. So they're moving the chains with 12 seconds left to go. Good hustle off the field, Micah Bennett. Good hustle. That's a good kid right there. I always pick on him for standing up and being in my way, as everybody's got laundry on the field. I know that's a cliche, but aren't sports? All sports are one big cliche. So flag against Spencerport, false start. And that'll bring up 1st and 15, and the clock runs in the third quarter, comes to a close with Canandaigua leading 17-10. There you have it. So through 3, Canandaigua leading 17-10. Here we go. Final frame, baby, coming at you live. Here is the handoff to Mesh off the right-hand side, and he's going to be brought down by Del Forte and Eric Platten. He's going to pick up maybe, I'm going to give him a yard. I'm going to give him a yard. I'll give him 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14 from the 19. Clock continues to run. And that bodes well for Canandaigua. Canandaigua wants that clock to keep running. They don't want to give Spencerport the opportunity to have a stopped clock. Game or play clock down to 15 seconds. Game clock at 11:20. What a great game here. Here is Rodriguez on the handoff to Sheffield, brought down by Brady Camella. Tashid Crockton comes in and helps clean up the 158 junior, or 5'11", 158 junior. Brady Camella, 5'10", 185 senior. There is not an ounce or gram of fat on either one of those guys, on any of them for that matter. This 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 from the 13. 10:45 left to play. Canandaigua up 17-10. Rodriguez, Sheffield, left-hand side. Brought down by Elliott Morgan. Elliott Morgan and Dominic Galasi. So Galasi, the 5'11", 154 sophomore, that's going to bring up 4th down. Now we know these dudes can kick a field goal, and that's what they're doing. They're going to come in and try the field goal attempt. Adriano Pilato already with a 35-yarder. 14, another about 30 yards right here, Greg? 29? 30. Here we go. Left hand. It's up, and it's good. It's good. So another 30-yarder is good to make it 17-13. 17-13 with 9:58 left to play. .me/Chosen Spot Radio. Here's a little squib kick. It's going to land around the 30. It'll roll down. It's going to be fielded by Canandaigua, by Brady Camella. That's why they got that dude in there. He's got the sure hands right at the 21-yard line. Canandaigua 1st and 10 from their own 21 with 9:58 left to play. 17-13 with 9:58. Huzo is going to go. Boldrin, pitch, right-hand side to Gavette. Spin move. He's going to pick up, looks like about 4 yards. 3-4 yards, depending upon the spot. Looks like they're going to spot it right at the Canandaigua 30-yard line. No, I should say 25. My bad. 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6 with 9:30 left to play now. Handoff. Gavette once again. See, now last week we saw Luke Delforti over and over and over. I think he had 27 carries maybe. But he was the workhorse. Now they're relying on Ryan Gavette. He picks up the first down. 1st and 10, Canandaigua. So the Braves at the 32-yard line. The clock continuing to run. 9:10 left to play here in the final frame. 17-13. Called it at the beginning. Going to be a tight one. Going downfield to Grant. Oh, and Grant at the 30-yard line had it in his hands. That is a catch that Jackson Grant usually always makes. Boy, Grant wants that one back. Don't be surprised if you see something similar to that, because Coach Welch is one of those, I'm going to go right back to that guy and get his confidence back kind of coaches. You're going to see something like that again. Brian Boldrin, what's that?
Great throw.
I was going to say Brian Boldrin had that exactly where it had to be. Jackson Grant wants that one back. He knows that. Nobody is more frustrated with Jackson Grant than Jackson Grant. That's the kind of player he is. Here we go. Again, swing pass now to Tysheed Crockton, met right away. Right away, that'll bring up 3rd and about, I'm going to call it 8. 3rd and 8 now for Canandaigua. I think that was I'm going to call it. That was a swing pass to bring the defense back in, and now they're going to go back again. I think they're going to go back again over the shoulder. That's not the last time you've seen Jackson Grant be put in that particular situation. And don't think I'm throwing the dude under the bus. He's been a kicks-on-main player of the game. And I believe that Spencerport has been forced to use a timeout instead of get busted. Who called the timeout? Yep, because instead of getting busted for too many men on the field, Chosen Spot Radio, every little bit helps. Boldrin going to the far side. He's got a man coming up the middle. It's Eric Platten. Platt with room to run down the sideline, and he's going to bust a move. He is going to 65-yard touchdown pass play. Did I or did I not call that one? It didn't go to Grant, but I told you that was to suck those defenders in. Platten on a beautiful slant route across the middle. Another beautiful pass by Brian Boldrin. 65-yard touchdown. All right, now here is the extra point put up by Jude York, and he's going to bang it through, and it's good. And with 8:15 left to play, Canandaigua now leading 24-13. Brian Boldrin, that is his 12th touchdown. 12th? Nope, that was 12. His 13th of the season. Canandaigua now leading 24-13. Fielded by Spencerport. Room to run on the right-hand side. Oh, they're going to call the horse collar. I think they're going to call the horse collar against Mason Depew. Mason Depew, I think they're going to call the horse collar. I'll tell you, Marcelo was off to the races. He only had a couple to beat on the near side up along the right-hand sideline. And Depew, what do we have here? Oh, it looked, I'll tell you, it looked to me like the call is going against Spencerport.
Maybe it's blocking the back or something.
It has to be. That call is going to go against Spencerport, folks. I thought it happened right out in front of me, dude. He threw the flag right at him and everything. Yup, block to the back. It's an illegal block. Yeah, so, all right. So, Mason Depew, my bad, buddy. My bad, Mason Depew. My bad. That's blocked to the back is going to push Spencerport back. And Lady Mo is just simply wearing cherry and gray right now. Canandaigua has seized control of this game. With 8:09 left to play, Spencerport will be starting off If they're now, what are they doing? Now it does look like, did they just walk something off against Kent? All right, so at the 28-yard line, Spencerport from their own 28. 1st and 10 with 8:05 left to play. Right-hand side. And I'll tell you what, ball was loose. Ball was loose, and the official's going to come in and say he was down. Elliot Morgan wanted that so bad. He wanted that real bad. Rodriguez on the keeper. He's going to run to the right-hand side, pick up about 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3 with 7:45 left to play. Canandaigua leading 24-13. Canandaigua's just got to step up defensively. Here is the nice little pitch to Sheffield, and he's going to pick up the first down. He's going to get up to the 41-yard line. So 1st and 10 now for Spencerport. Spencerport playing with a lot of purpose now, playing no huddle. They're playing no huddle. They know time is not on their side. Here is the keeper. No, it was a pitch to the right-hand side. Looked like Mesh on the carry. Mesh is going to come up just short of the midfield line. So it'll bring up 2nd and 2. But men on the stop, 2nd and 2 from the 49-yard line. And this carry by, I believe that's Sheffield, will pick up the first down for Spencerport. Nope, Mesh on the carry, my bad. That's what I get for putting the binoculars down. Clock continues to run into Canandaigua territory at the Canandaigua 48. Sheffield on the counter, going back the other way, room to run. He is going to pick up a handful of yards before being brought down by Galassi and Boldrin over on the left-hand side. Looks like he's going to pick up 4, 2nd and 6. All right, Brady Camella. They're giving Brady Camella credit for being in there as well. Clock continues to run. Clock not on the side of the Rangers. Coming this way with Mesh. Mesh is going to be met near first down yardage. I think he is going to pick it up. So Spencerport now proving they can play the hurry-up game too. They have played very slow in the huddle, taking their time getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now everything is hurry up. 1st and 10, 5:55 left to play. Run right up the middle. Trying to see who it was on the carry. Looks like it's Rodriguez on the keeper. 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Handoff, Sheffield going the other way. Room to run, forced out of bounds. Over on the far side by Brian Boldrin. Also pursued nicely by Eric Platten. Platten going to go and play men's lacrosse at Yale, one of the top programs in the country. As I said last week, as I've said many times, I can't wait to see Syracuse with Gate as the new head coach. They brought in a new offensive coordinator. He's a stud. They brought in T.D. Erlin to work on the face-off. Man, what a great job defensively there on the handoff by Canandaigua. In on the stop, the big dude, Tyler DeRue, 6'4", 211. Everybody in that family is big. That'll bring up 4th down. 4th, and they've got 3 on the board, but there's no way that's a 3. That's closer to 5. I'm going with 4th and 5. Here comes Spencerport. They have to go for it here. Mesh on the carry up the middle, and he just plain and simple just puts his head down and just barrels right into the scrum. Let's see where the mark is. Keep an eye on where the mark is. Because if that mark is where it is, they are either going to have to measure or it's short. Still waiting to see an indication. Clock has stopped at 4:53. Ball is spotted at the Canandaigua, 27, 28, and they are going to measure. They're going to measure. I got the binocs. And they pull it, and it's short. Canandaigua ball, turnover on downs. Turnover on downs. What's it? What's that? Yeah? Nice. I love it, man. I love it. Canandaigua, great defensive stand there by the Braves. Turnover on downs. I believe first turnover on downs that we've seen all game as well. This has just been a great game. I don't care which team you pull for. Oh, look at that. The kids running down in front of the grandstands with a big Go Braves sign. Also have to give a shout out. The team that wins this game is going to be the only undefeated team in Class A2. So I don't know what that does for sectional points, but in the loss column, it matters. Canandaigua, ball management, just have to take care of the ball here. Gavetta is going to kick out to the left-hand side. He's going to get to midfield. He's going to tiptoe down the sideline before being run down from the other side by Tehran Beecham, 6 foot 180 junior. What a great run back, or a great run for Gavette. Oh, dude, where did that drive start? Where did they start, Greg? I didn't write it down. Oh, man.
I don't know, Spaz.
Canandaigua at the 45. We'll call it that. Here's Gavette with the handoff up the middle. It looks like he's going to come up a yard short of the first down, 2nd and 1. So Canandaigua going to the short game. Going to the short game with the 24-13 lead with 4:20 left to play here in this smoking hot game, baby. This has been a great game. I'll tell you, man. Neither team, this is a kind of a game that you hate to see somebody lose. That's how good this game has been. Definitely the best game that we've seen all season from Canandaigua, no doubt. Their toughest test and their best game. And Ronnie Ingalls, look at him right down there doing his thing. He's a great stat keeper. Now, Gavette, I'll tell you what, man. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage. But then a second effort is going to get him back to the line of scrimmage. Okay, they mark it right at the 36-yard line. So, clock continuing to run. 2 timeouts each team. They've got 2 left. No way Canandaigua wants to use one. Play clock at 20 seconds. Game clock 3:25. Canandaigua leading 24-13. And not to be a mooch, folks, but it's been a long season. We're getting set up for basketball, the winter season, basketball and hockey. If you don't mind helping us out, if you enjoy listening, paypal.me/Chosen Spot Radio. Gavette once again is going to go right up the middle, pick up the first down, be met at the line of scrimmage, and just carry everybody. That was huge. Carry everybody to the first down, 1st and 10 for Canandaigua. Inside 3 minutes, and Spencerport is going to burn one of their final remaining 2 timeouts. They're down to 1 with 2:58 left to go. Monday, I'll broadcast that game if somebody sponsors it. I'm just saying. Put the word out. Left-hand side run for Gavette. He's going to get in. 27-yard scamper, final nail in the coffin, if you ask me. 2:51 left to play. First time that Canandaigua has that. Nope, second time. My bad. They did it at the end of the first and the beginning of the second. 27-yard run for Ryan Gavette out of the backfield is going to cap off a 75-yard touchdown drive for Canandaigua. 79 drive last time. Here is the PAT by Jude York, and it is good. Jude York, the 5'10", 155 sophomore. Now Ryan Gavette on the ground. That is going to be his fifth of the season. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season. So the PAT is good. Caps off a 75-yard drive with a 27-yard run. Comes with 2:51 left to play. 2:51 left to play. Canandaigua now with the invert, 31-13. And here is Platten on the kickoff. Going to be fielded by, I believe, Mesh over on the right-hand side. Is that Mesh? Yep, it is. He's got room to run, and we've got a flag, and he's going to take off along the right-hand side, and running him down from behind, I believe, was Keegan Jackson, 6'2", 153 junior. But we have a flag way back by the 26-yard line, 27, and usually in that case, you're looking at a block to the back. Usually a block to the back, and it is going to be a block to the back, so it's coming back. So a great run back by Mesh, but he actually picked that up cleanly over inside the 10 on the left side hash marks, and then used his foot speed to get over here to the right-hand side. And unfortunately, that block to the back for Spencerport may have influenced his ability to break off that big run. So instead of having good field position and 2:42 left to play, they're going to start off at their own 17-yard line. Spencerport, 1st and 10 from their own 17, trailing 31-13 with 2:42 left to play. I would love to talk to Coach Welch. Here's the pop-up handoff, and I believe it went to, I'm not sure if that went to Beecham or Mesh. Oh, somebody coming up a little, one of those big linemen coming up, or was that, yeah, so it was Beecham. Beecham now in for Spencerport. But again, everybody in that double wing tee. And here it is one more time. The pop-up pitch to Meacham, and great pursuit by the Canandaigua defense. Gavette, Platten, Del 40. Oh, wait, was that Del 40? Yep, Del 40. In on the stop for Canandaigua. Canandaigua going to improve to 6-0 and take over the top spot in Class A2, at least by record. I'm not sure sectionals points-wise. And they will play East next week at East. Here's the handoff up the middle. That's going to be a first down for Spencerport. 1st and 10 from the Canandaigua, I would say 31-yard line. Can't say enough about our Spencer. Spencer, strike 3, I'm out of here. Spazman has left the building. Once again, fans, I'm not trying to be a mooch. I don't want anything that I won't earn. Here's Rodriguez on the rollout. Chased down by Del 40, and Del 40 is just going to push him from behind. That was a bully move right there, dude. That was a straight-up bully move. I'm going to call Del 40 the bully from now on, because that was a straight-up bully move. He just he just pushed Rodriguez from behind. Instead of wrapping in and tackle him, he just pushed him down and out of bounds. Now, Rodriguez did get up maybe just a little slow, not as fast as you'd like to see him get up, but he is up and back in the huddle. So, James Del 40, your new nickname is the bully. Does he have one? Do you know? Well, he does now. He's the bully. That was awesome. 1:25 left to play. Coming back up the middle for Mesh. And met there by Tysheed Crockton. Who else was in there as well? I believe that's Elliot Morgan and Brian Boldrin in on the play as well. You have to give a shout out to both teams. I'm telling you, they have players that play on both sides of the ball. My son, Mad Dog Matthew Simmons, he used to play both sides. Here's Beecham. Oh, and brought down on the shoestring tackle over on the far side by Galassi. So Galassi, final minute of play, Canandaigua. What's that? He did. He was in the conversation. So if I was doing a grinder, I would choose somebody like Galassi. You know what I mean? Final 35 seconds. Going to the air, downfield to Mesh, around the 47, 48-yard line, just overthrew him. Overthrows him, stops the clock at 32.9. That'll bring up 3rd and long, about 3rd and 13 from the 38. So Canandaigua will pick up the dub, 31-13. Now, I'm going to look up, is that Canandaigua's That is Canandaigua's lowest points output, 38 or 31. Their lowest to that point was 41 twice against Athena and Eastridge. So Spencerport, they took Canandaigua to the edge. Just Canandaigua at halftime made the adjustments necessary. And then they came out and they seized momentum. And, they're going to pick up the 31-13 dub and walk out of here undefeated at 6-0 and hand Spencerport their first loss of the season and make it 8 wins in a row now for Canandaigua over the Rangers dating back to 2015. Have to give a big shout out to Ronnie Ingalls. Mr. Ingalls, thank you very much for everything you do. Father of Christine Allen, right? Christy Allen, Todd Allen's wife. Yeah, and she is married to Todd Allen of Eagle Insurance, one of our longtime sponsors. Big run by Sheffield over on the far side. He is going to make it to midfield. He's actually going to get in to Canandaigua territory, so it will be first down. 1st and 10 for Canandaigua Spencerport. Derp. Strike 4. Jackson Grant on the stop. Final 10 seconds. Probably the last play of the game. Intended receiver. Nope, the incompletion. Good job there by Tysheed Crockton to knock that pass down. Trying to get it to number 80, the tight end, and that would be Kevin Lanigan, the senior. So huge shout out to Jimmy Davern for joining me here at the half. Huge shout out to all of our sponsors as always. Anytime Pest Control, Countryside Family Chiropractic, Kicks on Maine, player of the game Ryan Gavette, Jared Simpson for Town of Canandaigua supervisor, and time will expire, and Canandaigua is going to pick up the 31-13 victory. Canandaigua improves to 6-0, drops the first loss of the season on Spencerport.